are these people?
And this one specifically got to me, which was about fluoride. And
safe and effective.
We've been hearing about fluoride in the water and the reason that it's safe and effective. And that's why they've been putting fluoride in the water, because it's good for our teeth.
Yeah.
Right. Well, turns out, yeah, not so much. Well, at least in the opinion of one federal court judge in this lawsuit written. And so Derrick Broze, who is a member of the Independent Media Alliance that's just formed. He's from the Last American Vagabond. His channel is The Conscious Resistance, so give him a follow. I've got another thing of his later. He was also censored off of YouTube and stopped trying to get into England because he refused to do facial recognition. Derrick's an interesting cat. But again, I just grabbed a couple of paragraphs from this article that a federal judge has ruled that fluoride is a neurotoxin in a historic lawsuit ruling. So, on Tuesday, a federal court in California found that fluoridation of water at 0.7 milligrams per liter poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children. What? Yep. The new ruling issued by Judge Edward Chen noted that the finding does not conclude with certainty that fluoridated water is injurious to public health, but he does find that there is an unreasonable risk of such injury. Okay, so this risk is sufficient to require the EPA to enact a regulatory response. And that's what the ruling was about. They are not necessarily saying that it is. It needs to be investigated and something needs to be done about it, but they can't do nothing. While he doesn't tell the EPA what the response to the ruling should be, he said they can't ignore the risk. So the EPA must now initiate a rulemaking process to determine what regulation they'll implement in order to lower or eliminate the risk posed by water fluoridation. I remember we covered an article here 3 years ago from Erin Brockovich about fluoride being bad and the mass fluoridation because people were being poisoned in some cases and getting way too much fluoride if they were drinking the standard amount of water that you were supposed to drink.
Right.
Okay. Derrick writes the EPA is likely to appeal the decision, but could also drag out the rulemaking process for years. So we're probably not going to get this addressed, but just be careful when it comes to drinking fluoridated water. The Fluoride Action Network believes that the most effective way to eliminate this risk is to end water fluoridation and ban the practice altogether. I mean, they still put fluoride in your toothpaste, right? They put fluoride in, they give you a treatment when you go to the dentist. They gave my kid a fluoride treatment like this week or last week, and I was like, they made me sign something, a waiver about it. I was like, I was really nervous to do that. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is why you don't drink any water and only drink Dunkin' Donuts trademarked hummingbird fuel.
Yeah, and where do you think? And what do you think brews that?
Like that's definitely the healthiest option, I'm sure. You know.
So continuing with Derrick, I grabbed 2 more slides, and again, there's a lot more to this article, so please go check it out. It's really important. But that the ruling comes on the heels of the release of a long delayed and censored report from the U.S. National Toxicology Program. No big deal, right? No reason to censor that. The NTP found moderate confidence that fluoride exposure is consistently associated with lower IQ in children. We're literally dumbing down our kids.
Well, I mean, you know, Disney's doing that enough, so. But what?
My kids know every
Mickey,
word.
don't come for me.
My kids know every word to those damn Descendants songs. Oh my God. It's terrible. All right.
Talk about it.
The NTP is run by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, to coordinate, evaluate, and report on toxicology within public agencies, and is headquartered at the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, right? That's, I believe, in DC. So that moderate confidence consistently associated with lower IQ in children. So we, thank goodness. And I know Steve over at AM Wake Up had the guy who brought the lawsuit from Fluoride Action Network, Jim somebody or other. He was on AM Wake Up this week, so check that out. I think it was Thursday. Reporting on stuff like that is why we are censored and demonetized on YouTube. Although my channel on Indie at INN is actually still monetized. You could drop a super chat there. I would prefer it. The most optimal way to do it is via that Cash App, that first link there, or via Ko-fi.com/Indie News Network, INDIE. All those are also in the scrolling ticker at the bottom. They're in the description. Any way you can do that, we really appreciate it. Even that QR code up there. We got a nice hookup from Carnival Hill to the PayPal this week. We also got a re-sign up from James Arkazewski over on the Substack. So thank you so much. Really appreciate all the support. We need it all. Every dollar counts.